Hi, we're going to make a spreadsheet in OpenOffice Calc, and we'll start off by making it a macro. There's our macro button up there. We'll stop it when we're just about finished. And this is also a schedule for a fictitious hair salon with 3 employees. Times down the left side. I'm going to reproduce all these times to save typing them in. This first cell A2 is selected, and we know that because it's in bold and there's a square, a black square there. Notice how the mouse cursor turns into a crosshair when it's directly over the black box. That's going to be useful. And I'll select both these cells. First I'll select A2 with the left mouse button, and then press and hold down the shift key, and then click on cell A3, and you see that both of them are selected now, and let go of the shift key. Left mouse button down over the black box, drag and drop it, stop at 4 o'clock, and we'll type in the name of a hair cutter, and here we're just going to do a simple payments column. We won't do it very detailed, just one payment. I'm just going to pause and I'll reproduce this for 2 more employees. Okay, and I've got 2 more people here, Jenny and payments, Jerry and payments. What I forgot to do here, what I need to do is format the payments column. So I'm going to select all of these cells from C2 down to the last hour of the day at 4 o'clock, that's C30. And we can see that they're all selected now. And I'm going to go format cells. I'm going to change the formatting from number to currency. And all that means is it's going to insert a $ every time we type in a number. And I've done the same for the other 2 people here. So what we need to do now, we can do totals for across the bottom here. And we're going to do, I'm going to select this cell here, C31. That's for payments for Jean. And again, we can see that the cell is selected because it's bolded. And I'm going to type in, I'm going to click on the sum symbol here, and this is going to give us a formula for that cell. So what we need to do now is give it a range. We're going to select cell C2, I'm going to drag and drop on C30, so it's selected a range of cells, and we can see here that it's a full colon between the C2 and C30 cells. And again, how you get the full colon is you press and hold, press down the shift key, and then press the key immediately to the right of the L key on the keyboard. That's a full colon. If we used a semicolon, that would mean that you want to add cells C2 to C30 only. But if we give it a full colon, that means add C2 and every cell in between C30 as well as C30. But we want, that's what we want. We want a range of cells. We want it to add every cell between C2 and C30, and including C2 and C30 cells. So in order not to mess up this formula, we can't mouse click anywhere outside on the grid here. We have to tab out or it'll mess up the formula. And I'll do the same thing for totals for Jenny. Tab out. Payments for Jerry. This is Jerry. Stopping on cell C30. Okay, I missed a step there. Gonna go sum. Oh, messed it up again. So I'll have to go back. Stopping on C30. Okay, then I'm going to tab out here. And we can see again that we're at G2 full colon G30. Tab out. And I'll stop the macro recording there and I'll save it. Call it macro 1. And just to show that it does work, we'll switch to a new sheet now, a blank sheet. Here on the bottom. See, we're on sheet 1 now. I'll switch to sheet 2. We can actually reproduce this by pressing and holding the control button and then the left mouse button down over sheet 1 and drag it and create. Now we have sheet 1 underscore 2. And back here, what do we have here? Here's sheet 1, it's the same. And or we can run the macro. Same thing, it'll do the same thing. So I'll click on Tools, Macros, Organize Macros. There's the macro that we saved, we'll run it. And again, it's done the same thing. It's kind of automated everything that we've done. And so what we'll do now is I couldn't include this in the macro because it would have messed up the sheet. But we'll do a grand total. We'll do a daily total for all 3 people. And we can dump the result anywhere, but we'll dump it here. And what we'll do now is we'll add the results, the sum total of for all 3 people, for Jean, Jenny, and Jerry. So those are only 3 cells. So again, we're going to dump the result here. So we'll go back up to the cell, the formula, edit window, and we'll click the sum symbol. Now we have to tell it which cells, and there's only 3 of them. We'll click on this one for starters. And this time we can't use a full colon. We have to give it the we have to use a semicolon. We don't want a range because we just want to add 3 together. So we're going to use the full colon. Again, that's the key immediately to the right of the L key. We won't use the shift key this time, just the semicolon. So that's going to be C31, and we're going to do E31. And G31. And we have to close it off with a round parentheses. And we must hit the tab key to tab out of this, otherwise we'll mess up our formula. So there we go, we've got grand daily total. So we'll just test it. And type in a customer, and she'll pay $50. Jenny has someone else, $5. And Jerry will have tab out. So we notice that it's keeping the running total for Jean, Jenny, and Jerry, 50, 55, and 35. And here we have daily total. It's the grand total of all three cells, and that's it.